If you've ever been playing Magic the Gathering and thinking, man, I hate swinging with 30 monsters on the battlefield and I have to tap all of them and do all this shit, I have a commander archetype for you. It's called Voltron. It basically only works with Commander because it was designed for Commander to take advantage of the rule in Commander. How many times can I say Commander in a sentence? You're probably wondering. A lot in this video. That if you take 21 Commander damage in a match, you immediately die. So the big brain people that definitely weren't monkeys in a cave thought, big creature, big flavored text, big word, not killable. And that's basically the entire idea of Voltron. It is equipping stuff, mainly equipments and enchantments, to your creatures so that they are indestructible and they can hit people and basically one-shot KO. I mean, I like this because I have a deck for it somewhere back here. I'm not getting it right now. I just want to talk about this commander archetype because I like it a lot and it's one of my favorites. So I guess just with that, let's just start talking about Voltron. Some really big pros and cons I would like to point out with Voltron are that when it comes to negatives with it is that blue cards and control decks are kind of going to be your biggest enemy because they can counterspell your commander, destroy your commander. So you're going to want a lot of protection spells from that. I'll probably throw a bunch of like good protection spells on screen. That's just to keep your commander in so that you don't die when you're trying to build or rebuild. For another con, you're going to be a big target for everybody because no one's going to like a 21/21 commander with Vigilance, Trample, Haste, Flying, Reach, all that garbage. No one's going to really want to keep that on the board, so you're going to have to be good at playing politics, board politics, not actual. But basically, other than that, onto the pros, most equipments you'll have are going to be gray, which means you can basically just play them with any mana inventory, and some cards give you free equip, so you are going to need some mana, but most of that mana is going to be spent on equipping and bringing in enchantments and artifacts. To start off with my own commander deck I've made, he's not really a good Voltron commander, but I decided to make him one for some reason, and I'm not gonna make another one because I'm stubborn. Guile Sonic Soldier, obviously Universes Beyond. Whenever he enters the battlefield, you can put a charge counter on him or remove one from him. Whenever you remove a counter this way, choose one. You can either have him deal 4 damage to any target, or give him lifelink get indestructible till the end of turn. I usually use cards to proliferate, giving him more charge counters, and cards that give extra combat turns so I can keep dealing out damage. I basically use this to basically either chip away at opponents' creatures or gain hella life with lifelink. Now, for Wolverine, best there is, his abilities read as follows. Unrivaled Lethality. Double all damage Wolverine would deal. At the beginning of your end step, if he dealt damage to another creature this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on him. You can play 1 in a green to revive him, which means if he would die or be destroyed, you can pay 1 in a green to instead tap him, remove him from combat, and heal all damage from him. Being a Gruul commander, it's basically all about aggro, and his first ability, basically putting more stuff into that. Doubling all damage he deals, giving him, more commander damage to put out. And he has inbuilt protection with the Regenerate ability. This is a very good Voltron commander. He was basically built for it. And regenerating him doesn't give him commander tax. So he's always going to be however drop. From his secret lair, the only one that I found that was actually necessarily good was the card Rite of Passage. It gives him 1 more +1/+1 whenever he hits. Another thing to keep him, alive on the field would be something like Bear Umbra, giving another layer of protection and untapping all lands whenever he attacks. That means if you attack and he would die, you have more lands that you can immediately regenerate him with. A card like Power Fist can ramp damage on him very heavily, giving him more and more damage. You might give him the Lizard Blades, which gives your equipped creature double strike. Now, I don't know. Sorry, Had to call someone who's much better at Magic the Gathering than me for this. Unrivaled Lethality does stack with Double Strike. So you're quadruple striking anything you hit with Wolverine as long as you have Lizard Blades active. I don't think I need to tell you how crazy that is. And hypothetically, if you were worried about your health, I'd love to introduce to you Inscription of Abundance. A kicker card, pay 2 gray and a green. Choose one if the spell was kicked. Choose any number instead. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Target creature gains X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures they control. Target creature you control fights up to target creature you don't control, and that's it. I don't think I need to say what we need to be doing with this card, but I'll say it anyway. 2 +1/+1 counters, and target player gains X life with how much the toughest creature they have is. If you comboed +1/+1 counters hard on Wolverine, if you give him, like, let's say he's at a minimum of 21, you're gaining 21 life. And if that isn't easy to explain how good that is, I can't really help you. Moving on to our next buddy, which is another Universes Beyond, but I don't know how y'all feel about that. It would be Captain America: The First Avenger. A Jeskai 3-drop, Captain America's flavor text reads as follows. Throw. Pay 3 unattached equipment from Captain America. He deals damage equal to that equipment's mana value divided amongst 1, 2, or 3 people. Catch. At the beginning of combat on your turn, attach 1 target equipment you control to Captain America. This is obviously an interesting ability, gearing him towards being a creature, a Voltron, with big, artifacts, because you can deal that damage out. Some good stuff I see from his secret lair would be Captain America's Aid. You can basically equip stuff for free and flash an equipment, even if it doesn't have flash. That is really good. Some stuff that isn't Universes Beyond would be Art of Gem Armor. It just gives +6/+6. And whenever equipped creature attacks, you destroy a target permanent. This is very good utility because you can throw it, keep it on, and do good damage either way. And then if you don't, if maybe equipment's aren't your thing and you want another creature, I'll throw up some creatures to put up in there, because creatures also work, like pods work. It gives commanders ward 2 and gives commanders protection. I mean, these are basically just like the few things I wanted to talk about when it comes to, this whole Voltron thing. I only did 3 commanders. If you want me to make more videos like this, going over another archetype or other commanders, just shoot me a comment. I usually look at each comment I get. But other than that, see ya. Vino out.